Yo, we are live. Live indeed. Live indeed. We're gonna have some fun tonight, man. This is gonna be fun. This, you know, I noticed that a lot of these diss tracks that come out, they come out for the weekend. So this is gonna be fun. Friday night, Cesare, aka Eminem, released a diss track, replied to MGK. I thought he wasn't gonna release no diss record. So he proved me wrong. So he gets some kudos for that. But I'm gonna break this shit down bar for bar. I got the lyrics in front of me from Rap Genius. I'm gonna break this shit down, man, and talk about this this reply back. I heard it about 3 or 4 times, and yeah, man, it's not up to par. It really isn't. But I'm gonna break this down as y'all come in the room. Smash that like button. I got the chat up. I can see y'all coming in the room. Got a few other things to talk about as well outside of this beef, the so-called beef with MGK and Eminem, aka Cesar Borgia, the Cesar Borgia of hip hop. So, but yeah, it's. I want to get about. I got 2 people in the room right now. Let's see what y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna wait till the room fill up a little bit more before I go in on this KillShot diss record by Cesare Borgia, aka Eminem. And I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna break down the bars objectively, but from an Eminem standard. After hearing the track, this KillShot reply from Eminem after hearing the track about 4 times. It's cool. I mean, it's just cool. It's cool to me. It's cool, but it's not up to Eminem standards compared to his past work, especially his past diss records that he had. And I don't think it's up to par compared to his other diss records he had in the past. It's just, after hearing this thing about 4 times so far. So, just my opinion. Just my opinion. So, but yeah, family, hit that like button as you go in the room. I said I was going live Friday. Today is Friday night. So I got a little bit more time to chop it up with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So it is all good, man. But I'm gonna have some fun with this. This is pretty fun with this track. Yeah. What's good, Water Sniper? What's good, Philmon? I hope I'm pronouncing the last name right. Tawaldi. I'm probably butchering that name, but appreciate you guys joining me on the live stream. Appreciate that, family. Get a few more people, and then I'm gonna start going in on this this reply. Matter of fact, actually, I'm a prelude it to something else, right? You guys seen that? And I replied. I actually posted this on my Instagram, but this troglodyte Caucasoid devil bastard. He actually looks Latino, but it's just this demon possessed Caucasoids that literally is a goddamn demon that this dude got arrested for whatever reason, and he is a arresting police officer, a female officer who's black, was standing right next to this Caucasoid devil bastard that was like demon possessed by the innate spirits of his ancestors, kept calling this black female police officer nigger like multiple times. It was like some kind of, you ever watch The Exorcism? It reminded me of this guy being possessed by some damn mayonnaise spirit demon. Some Caucasoid demon bastard possessed his body. I'm gonna flip my screen so I can show you guys the video. But I'm gonna play it right now. See? See? See, the guy is demon possessed. He is demon possessed. He has the spirit of a Caucasoid devil bastard. And like I said in my post, I said, no matter what your status is, if you're classified as Black or African American, no matter how much money you have, no matter what your status is, your social economic and political status, you are exactly what this guy says, a nigger. And he's demon possessed. Like, this guy's literally possessed with some mayonnaise, Caucasoid, troglodyte, devil spirit that's innate in him. It's innate in those. It's innate with these kind of folks right here, man. These demon possessed Caucasoid bastards. That's the reality of the situation, and you know, it comes out to light. You know, you got guys like this man, this not even a man, but this damn Caucasoid devil, and that chick Amy Geiger. They found out that she is a solidified white supremacist. I heard about that too, right? Now, you know, pictures of her being anti Colin Kaepernick and wanting to kill Black people, and you know, it's these white supremacist troglodytes that just, they know they're dying. You know, they know they're dying, and the only thing they have is basically their guns and their made up religion, which is Christianity. Right? That's all they have. That's all they have. So let me go back in the room real quick. Yeah, family, just hit that like button when y'all come in the room. I just want to do a quick prelude of that video, man. That shit was just, it's reality. You know, it's reality. That's what they think of us. No matter how much money you have, what your status is, that's what they think of all of us. If you're classified as Black or African American, that's what they think of you. Just a nigger. That's it. So, yeah, what up, family? Stop the BS now. RLI, Atlanta B. Appreciate you guys joining the chat. Atlanta B says that would have been, gave him a dead beat down had it been me. Yeah, I mean, that sister had a lot of restraint, man. A lot of restraint. And just much props to her for being villain. I saw a post, right? Some random dude on Instagram saying that oh, had that been a Black child or either a Black child or somebody Black, basically, is what they were saying. If that person that was sitting there doing the same thing, but there's no way that Black people can replicate that, because we're not cave beasts. We don't have that spirit of mayonnaise. We don't. So we're not going to repeatedly say nigger, 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 like we're possessed by some mayonnaise, you know, Caucasoid devil spirit. We're not going to do that. But what the point is what they were trying to say is that had that been somebody Black disrespecting that sister would have whipped their ass. And I totally disagree. Not only are you disrespecting that sister, but you're basically painting a broad stroke of Black people only attacking Black people. And that's what the dominant white society wants to paint our narrative as, just Black people attacking each other. But we're what's what I'm looking for? We're docile when it comes to white people. we're respectable when it comes to white people, right? So if a white man disrespects us, the word's not going to affect us. We're going to just stand there and we're going to be, complacent and respectful. But when it comes to black people, we're going to act a fool. Nah, we're not going to let you demonize us like that. Okay? These Caucasoid mayonnaise devil bastards, that's who they are. That's exactly who they are. All right. And we have the same, we don't have that innate spirit that they have. Our ancestors, right? Our ancestors have that homebody spirit, that positive energy, right? Where we embrace, basically that's what our downfall was. And I know I'm kind of going off the subject here, but that our downfall when it came to why we are collectively at the bottom of the totem pole is because of the fact that, the colonization of Africa and the transatlantic slave trade, we allowed these Caucasoid bastards to come to us basically and change the landscape of our history. And that was our downfall. That was our downfall. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, smash the like button as y'all come in the room. I definitely want to talk about this Eminem diss track going back at MGK. I heard it about 4 times so far, and I think it's just pretty average. And I'm comparing it to Eminem. I'm not comparing it to, I'm comparing it to him and his past work. So for Eminem standards and his past work in terms of diss tracks, I don't think it holds. I don't think it's up to par compared to his other diss tracks that he had in the past. I'm comparing it to the diss track he had against Cannabis, the one he had against Ja Rule, right? The one he had against Everlast. I heard all of them joints. I think all those joints that he had against those guys are better than this KillShot joint. And it sounds like to me he's trying to keep up with the times. Like his flow on the beat, he was trying to stretch his bars. And there was certain instances where his flow was actually kind of a little off. I think he said the word motherfucker, right? On one of the bars. And it didn't it was just an extra word in that bar that didn't need to go there. For somebody to be so, what I like to call pocket tight in terms of cadence and delivery when it comes to being in rhythm and in sync with the beat, it wasn't like that. It was like he was stretching his bars out too much. And y'all know that with me, I'm a battle rap historian. I'm a battle rap historian, battle rap fan. So, I go back to the days of, MC Juice, Supernatural, you know what I'm saying? Those kind of battles, all them freestyle off the top of the head battles. And even the ones on wax, back in the day. LL Cool J, Kumo D, Roxanne Shante, you know what I'm saying? So I know my history. But yeah, I think, like I said, with this track, he really stretched out his bars. And I'm gonna break it down. I got the lyrics in front of me, so I'm gonna break down the bars, bar for bar, and give you guys my take on it. And then whatever questions or whatever kind of things you want to throw at me, I'll read those and reply. But yeah, like I said, my initial thought on the diss track, and it was surprising. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all were surprised that he came out with this diss track at this time. You know what I'm saying? But this was all calculated because he released the video "Lucky You" with Joyner Lucas. What was it, yesterday? Following his interview, with Sway. And then Friday, he released a diss record, KillShot, replying to MGK. So this was all calculated marketing. So I give him kudos on that in terms of how he laid out, I guess his little marketing strategy for this record. So, but I want to get to the bars. So I got the lyrics in front of me, and I'm gonna break some of this stuff down. So I got his bars right in front of me for KillShot. So I'm gonna go right to the first verse. He got the little intro. He just talking shit, and he's replying back to MGK off of Rap Devil, talking about when your fans become your haters, you done. Fuck your weird beard. So he's replying back to that. Obviously, he was agitated by those lines. That's why he's replying back to him, right? So, all right. So let's start with the first verse, right? Start with the first verse. So he says the first two bars is, Rihanna just hit me on the text. Last night I left hickeys on her neck. So that's replying to what MGK said about you was afraid to talk to Rihanna and you couldn't cop her while she's holding her. You couldn't talk to her while she's holding her umbrella and that kind of thing. So he replied back with the Rihanna. It was just, I don't know what you would call it. I guess you can call that just a bar filler. It didn't hit at all. It's a made up bar. He never met Rihanna. He has no relationship with Rihanna, and he's only replying back to what MGK said, and it wasn't even creative. So it was a filler bar. That's what I would call that, a filler bar. All right, so let's go to the next bars. Wait, you just dissed me. I'm perplexed. Insult me in a line. Compliment me on the next. That's true because, MGK on Rap Devil was doing a lot of compliments, talking about, we all know that M is the greatest rapper of all time. False. He's not. We all know that's your best rapper alive. False. He's not. So he was doing all that, all that fan. And I said that the first time. I was like, you're doing a lot of compliments. You're supposed to do a diss record. All them damn compliments, it didn't need to go there like that. So, M came back with that line. So that was pretty decent. All right. So he says, the next line, he says, damn, I'm really sorry you want me to have a heart attack. Was watching 8 Mile on my Nordic track. That was all right. Watching 8 Mile on my Nordic track. That's in reference to MGK talking about the last time you seen an 8 Mile was on your treadmill or something like that. Something to that effect. So all right, so next line. Realize I forgot to call you back. Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on my starter cap. All right, so this daughter, because, eye for eye. I get that. Eye for eye. I get that. All right, Stan, son, listen, man. Dad isn't mad. But how you going to name yourself after a damn gun and have a man bun? Okay, so this is what you call white. Like I said, these white rappers going at each other. It's pretty fun. And again, I don't have a horse in this race. I don't care about MGK like that. I don't care about Eminem like that. So I'm doing this from an objective perspective. They're both white MCs. And their subject matter at attacking each other, at least one of them, is weird beard and man bun. That lets you know. That lets you know, man, that you're dealing with some white rappers, white on white crime, man bun and weird beard. So that there you go. All right, so next line said the Giants woke, eyes open, undeniable, supplying smoke, got the fire stoked. Say you got me in the scope, but you grazed me. I say one call to Interscope and you Swayze. All right. That's in reference to Patrick Swayze, because Patrick Swayze passed away. So, cool. I mean, it's a cool bar, but it's like, and I'm going to read the whole verse, but there's some name drops in there that are, I would say the name drops he put in this particular verse are played out. Like the celebrities or the public figures he named in there, they're played out. Like nobody talks about them. So let me go further. All right. So he says, I say one call to Interscope and you're Swayze. Your reply got the crowd yelling, woo. So before you die, let's see who can out petty who. With your corny lines, Slim, you're old. Oh, Kelly, oh. But I'm 45 and I'm still outselling you. By 29, I had 3 albums that had blue. All right, so now M's talking about how much money he got, how much albums he sold. So that's typical. We all know this. Now the way you said it in your bars is pretty basic. It's not creative. Pretty basic. It's not. It's just. It could have been more creative than that. The delivery wasn't good. Wasn't that good, and the bars itself, the way he delivered it wasn't hitting like that. He says, now let's talk about some. I don't really do. Go in someone's daughter's mouth stealing food, but you're a fucking molehill. Now, I'm gonna make a mountain out of you. Woo. Hold chill, acting like you put out the chrome barrel to my bone marrow. Gunner, bitch, you ain't a bow and an arrow. Or excuse me, a bow and an arrow. Say you'll run up on me like a phone bill, spraying lead. Like a phone bill, okay, whatever. Playing dead, that's the only time you hold still. All right, so that's a good bar. That's a good bar, double entendre right there. So if you caught that, playing dead, that's the only time you hold still. Get it? Play dead, you hold still, as in you're not moving, or you hold still as in the gun. So that's a pretty dope line right there. I give him props on that. Dope line. All right, so he says, are you eating cereal or oatmeal? What the fuck's in the bowl? Milk, Wheaties, or Cheerios? Cause I'm taking a shit in them. Kelly, I need reading material. Dictionary. Yo, Slim, your last 4 albums sucked. Go back to recovery. Oh shoot, that was 3 albums ago. What do you know? Oops. Well, hey, the point of that bar, and I'm referencing Eminem. The point of that bar was to say that your discography doesn't hold up to who you are in terms of your stature as an MC. Your discography, your last 4 or 5 albums were trash. But as an MC, you're on everybody's top 10 list, if not top 5, but you're not on mine. So that's what that bar where he talked about 3 or 4 albums, just because he got 1 album. I mean, like, I guess, the album discography wrong. That's not the point of the bars. What MGK was trying to say. He's trying to say that your discography does not hold up to who you are as an MC. So the context of this bar that Eminem did, it was, I don't know. I guess it was all right. It's just all right. All right. So going further, what do you know? Oops. Know your facts before you come at me, little goof. Luxury. Oh, you broke, bitch. Yeah, I had enough money in '02 to burn it in front of you, ho. Younger me? No, you're the whack me. It's funny, but so true. I'd rather be an 80-year-old me than a 20-year-old you. Till I'm hitting old age, still can fill a whole page with a 10-year-old's rage. Got more fans than you in your own city, little kitty. Go play. All right. So Eminem states the obvious. He states the obvious. We know that Eminem has more money. We know that he's more popular. Again, you could have said something like that more creative. We all know you just had a nice double entendre with the hold still. The last time you held what did he say again? The last time forgot that. Yeah, the last playing dead. The only time you hold still, playing dead. That's the only time you hold still, right? That was a really good bar. So if you wanted to like have a more impactful or creative way of talking about you're richer and you were popular, you could have said something like that. You know what I mean? More creative. But he didn't. He just basically said, I got more money than you, right? And I'm more popular. That's what he basically said. That's all he said in those bars. And he was, you're saying the same thing over and over again, but you could have delivered that more creatively, in my opinion. All right, so let's continue. So he says, got more fans than you in your own city. Little kitty, go play. Feel like I'm babysitting Little Tay. All right, Little Tay. We all know Little Tay got exposed. She was a 9-year-old kid being used on the internet to troll, act like she was rich, which she wasn't. And she got exposed, so now she disappeared. She's irrelevant. So it is what it is. All right. Got the Diddy. Okay, so you spent your whole day shooting a video just to fucking dig your own grave. Got you at your own wake. I'm the Billy Goat. You ain't never made a list next to no Biggie or no Jay. Oh, that's obvious. MGK is not a lyricist like that. You are. So we're holding you to a higher standard. See, the problem is that MGK, he's not known to be a lyricist, not known to be a battle rapper. When he came at you with that Rap Devil track, it was everybody was pleasantly surprised, and it was actually a really good track. Not a classic track, but it was a really good track. And it had replay value. Right? And I think the hook was actually pretty damn good itself. The hook bars were, had some really good bars in there. But the overall song was dope. It was a dope diss track that had replay value. Right? All right, so let's read further. So he says, got you at your own wake. I'm the Billy Goat. You ain't never made a list next to no Biggie, no Jay, next to Taylor Swift and that Iggy Ho. You about to really blow. So again, I mean, Taylor Swift name dropping, then he name drops Iggy Azalea. Now it's funny. I don't know if y'all saw Iggy Azalea actually replied on Twitter talking about his bars were lazy, name dropping random celebrities. I felt I felt the same way. I mean, Iggy Azalea is irrelevant. Little Tay is irrelevant. Patrick Swayze is irrelevant. All those guys are irrelevant. Nobody's talking. He goes even further. It says, Kelly, they'll be putting your name next to Ja, next to Benzino. Die, motherfucker. He's still mentioning Benzino. He's still talking about Benzino. I'm like, dude, it's like, I don't know. All right, so he says, like the last motherfucker saying Haley in vain, alien brain, you Satanist. My biggest flops are your greatest hits. The game is mine again, and ain't nothing changed but the locks. So before I slay this bitch, I give Jada a kiss. Okay, good play on words. Jada kiss. Got it. That's cool. Gotta wake up Labor Day to this. Being rich shamed by some prick using my name for clickbait in a state of bliss because I said his goddamn name. Now I got a cock back aim. Yeah, bitch, pop champagne to this. It's your moment. This is it, as big as you're going to get, so enjoy it. Had to give you a career to destroy it. Lethal injection, go to sleep 6 feet deep. I'll give you a B for effort. But if I was 3'11", you'd be looking up to me for the record. All right. When MGK came back and said, what are you, 5'8"? I'm 6'4". Something to that effect, right? That's a reply back to what MGK said. So Eminem says, if I was 3'11", you would still look up to me. All right. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't do anything. It's just not hitting. I mean, I get it, but I just don't like the way it was delivered. I just don't think I was clever enough. I think it's a filler bar, to be honest, just a filler bar. But let's read further. You'll look up to me, and for the record, you would suck a dick to fucking be me for a second. Lick a ball sack to get on my channel. Okay, he just confirmed that he blocked him from Shade 45, and he can confirm it on the interview with Sway. Give your life to be as solidified. This motherfucker shit is like Rambo when he's out of bullets. So what good is a fucking machine gun when it's out of ammo? Had enough of this tatted up mumble rapper. How the fuck can him and I battle? He'll have to fuck Kim in my flannel. Still talking about Kim. I'll give him my sandals because he knows long as I'm shady, he's going to have to live in my shadow. Exhausting, letting off on my offspring. Like a gun barrel, bitch, get off me. You dance around like it's umbrella. We can all see. You're you're fucking salty because young Gerald's balls deep inside of Housley. Okay, I don't know who Housley is because that's not his daughter Haley. All right, whatever. Your red sweater, your black leather, you dress better, I rap better. That a death threat or a love letter? That's cute. Um, little white toothpick thinks it's over a pick. I just don't like you, prick. Thanks for dissing me. Now I had an excuse on the mic to write not alike. But really, I don't care who's in the right, but you're losing the fight you picked. You who else won it, Kels? Attempts failed, Button L's. He's still throwing jabs at Joe Button. Still throwing jabs at Joe Button. Like, let me tell y'all something, man. Button will destroy this dude. Joe Buttons will destroy Eminem. He will destroy. He would. This is a new day and age in battle rap, especially when it comes to diss tracks. It's a new day and age. And with this track, "KillShot" by Eminem, like I said, his delivery, he tried to stretch his bars out, so his flow sounded forced and it sounded robotic. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, if he would have, I guess to switch up his flow, if I'm to be honest with you, if his flow was just more fluid, and I'm not talking about the fast, lyrical miracle, rapidy rap stuff. I just don't like the beat selection or the flow over this beat. Rather, he just stretched his bars out too much, and he had a lot of filler bars in there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got it. But if and when Button decides to reply, he will destroy. I'm waiting for that for real, and that's why Eminem keeps throwing jabs at Button. But I'm looking forward to Joe talking about this on his podcast and also on his show, State of the Culture. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll see what he got to say with that. But anyway, let's continue on with the lyrics. Fucking nails in these coffins as soft as cotton nail. KillShot, I will not fail. I'm with the doc still. But this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kels, the day you put on a hits, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed. Now, that's a very low blow. Very low blow right there. Super low blow. And that's, for me, when he said that bar, it was a shock bar. Because that's what Eminem does. He's, he got his style from Brother Lich Hung. Them shock bars and the bars that just, that come out of left field. That style he got from Brother Lynch Hung. But that bar, it just came out of left field. And it didn't need to, there was no place for it to be there. Like, your target is MGK. Why are you bringing in Pac and Puff and connect? It didn't make no goddamn sense. So yeah, that bar made no sense. And we'll see what Puffy says. Even though this dude Eminem tried to cop please at the end, talking about just playing. Nah, dude, you don't play with that shit. You don't play with that shit. You don't play with that kind of shit. Puff don't like to talk about Biggie and Pac's killing at all in interviews. He doesn't like to talk about it. You bring it up again for a shock bar. Nah, that was trash. That was trash. But let's continue on. He still got a few more bars to go. He says, I'm sick of being whack. I'm sick of you being whack and still using that motherfucking auto tune. So let's talk about it. All right, referring to MGK's hook. Let's talk about it. I'm sick of your mumble rap mouth. Need to get the cock up out it. Before we can even talk about it, I'm sick of your blonde hair and earrings. Just because you look in the mirror and think that you're Marshall Mathers, don't mean you are and you're not about it. So leave my dick in your mouth and keep my daughter out of it. All right. So, and at the end he says, and I'm just playing, Diddy. You know I love you. Yeah, that shit right there. You know, I think, like I said, if and when Button decides to reply back, there's just so much he can talk about. Like he can destroy Eminem just off that line alone. Just off bringing up just for bringing up Pac, Biggie, and Puff. Just for bringing up Pac getting supposed to be getting killed by Puff. He can talk about that alone and destroy Eminem if Joe Budden decides to come back. Just off that part alone. You know what I'm saying? But just overall, like I said, with this record, man, it was just okay. You know, up to Eminem standards, it wasn't his best diss record, you know, to other rappers like he did Ja Rule, like he did Cannabis, like he did Everlast. You know what I mean? Even the pop singers, Mariah Carey, he had better diss records. He did. You know what I mean? So to me, it's Eminem. You have to hold him in a higher standard because that's what he does. He is a battle MC. He came from battle rap. That's where he came from. So you expect better from him. MGK, you don't, because he's not a battle MC. He's not a freestyle MC. All right. He's not a lyricist. He's just a dude that made a good diss record. So you didn't expect that from MGK. Eminem, in my opinion, you expect better. You expect more creative bars. You know what I'm saying? And to me, he didn't have that. He had a few good lines in there, which I already pointed out and gave him props. But overall, the diss wasn't hitting like that. And so MGK just had a better diss. He had a better diss record and a better song overall. If I'm judging it, which song is better? MGK, Rap Devil, Eminem, KillShot. MGK had a better song. Okay? Obviously, he's not the better MC. He's not the better lyricist. He's not the better technical rapper. He's none of that. But he had a better song, in my opinion. He had a better song, you know? It is what it is. So with Eminem, and you know, I see the Eminem stands are, you know, they're never going to admit, you know, in the eyes of an Eminem stan, he is their Cesare Borgia. He is their white savior. So no matter what he says and does, it is all good with them. So the narrative right now is that Eminem killed MGK. And to me, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people think, no, he did not kill MGK. Not at all. If anything, if you want to compare this to boxing, this is like a standing 8 count. Eminem came back and, you know, he came back at MGK with a combination, and MGK fell, got knocked down. He's getting back up, and he has a standing 8 count, and he's going to recover and come back. So this ain't no knockout. He did not kill his career. None of that. These white boys. And again, I don't have no horse in this race. You know, they're both white MCs. But MGK just got knocked down. He getting back up. He'll be fighting again. MGK's stock has risen ever since this whole beef popped off. You know what I'm saying? I think he has like over 50 million views from that diss record. So that alone right there, you know, it is what it is. So I believe that MGK would come back with another diss record, and I don't think it would. It would be foolish for Eminem to reply back again, because it's gonna at a point he has to stop, because you're giving this kid too much shine. We already gave him a lot of shine. He already admitted that. So he's getting more exposure because of you, right? So I believe that MGK will come back with another diss record. I don't think that Eminem will reply. And I think if he does, he's going to be just that's stupid. because you're giving this dude more attention. You know what I'm saying? But everybody, as far as me, I think Button needs to come back, and I think he needs to come back and destroy Eminem. I think he needs to come back and destroy him. And I think, for me, he has to do it for hip hop. Because for me, you talking about, you bringing up Puffy, right? Killing Pac. That line alone should let you know, he doesn't give a shit about, he doesn't give a shit about the folks that he mentioned. He does these shits for shock value. So for me, that line alone deserves for him to reply back with a diss record. That's just me. You know what I mean? I want to see that. I want to see that for hip hop, our culture. This is our culture, right? I want to see that for hip hop, straight up. So, let's go in the chat room, see what y'all talking about. Him sounded like he really didn't care about responding to MGK, but he had to put something together because we expected of him. It was okay, but not his best. Yeah, of course. It was like, and you know what? Joe Budden said something real dope. I watched this podcast today, right? He said something real dope. He said, to me, it sounds like Eminem doesn't like to rap. It's like a job. And I get the same feeling too. Like, you don't have the same passion, so it sounds like work. Like, oh shit, I gotta rap again. Damn, I gotta come up with some bars. All right, man. How it sound with this beat? How it sound? You know, that's what you call work. Like, you don't want to do it. You don't have the passion for it no more. That's what it sounds like. And I agree with Joe Budden 100%. It just sounds forced. Like, his delivery sounds forced. It's just different, and I've been a dude that followed Eminem's career since '96, since the first, the Infinite album he came out with. So I know. And again, I'm a hip hop historian, battle rap historian. I know all that stuff. So he ain't got no passion no more, in my opinion. I completely agree with Joe Budden. His passion is not there. It just sounds like it's forced. And again, the name drops he had on there: Patrick Swayze, Lil Tay, Benzino. All these guys are irrelevant. Like, who the hell talks about Benzino besides him? Besides Eminem? Right? Who talks about Iggy Azalea? Like, nobody cares about these people, man. Like, the new age people that are consuming and streaming music right now, the Generation Zs, the younger generation, I would say 21 and younger, they don't even know who Patrick Swayze is. They don't care about no damn Benzino. They don't know who these people are. So that means you're out of touch, bro. Like, you name dropping these random to regular folks, but not to him, not to Eminem. You name dropping these people, it just seems forced, man. You know what I mean? It seems forced, No. Yeah, I agree. I said in terms of Chase family, in terms of comparing this disc record to his other disc records, it's whack. This shit is trash. And I said it on my IG Insta story. I said this record, KillShot, is trash. And I'm comparing it to his other work. It's garbage. You know what I mean? So yeah, completely agree with that. He can make one call to Interscope Records. MGK career is over. Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. And you know what? Here's the thing, right? RLI. Here's the thing, because when MGK was talking about, he was talking about some real shit right there, some personals, like how Eminem blocked him from Shade 45, how he called Puff and wanted him to apologize, Puff and a whole bunch of other people, and to apologize for disrespecting his daughter in 2012. How he stopped him from getting bags and shows and stuff like that. Eminem never even touched that. Well, the only thing he did talk about was confirming that he blocked him from Shade 45, right? But in terms of like personals, there wasn't really no personals in his reply back. He just talked about, I got more money than you, I'm more popular. Had a few other, you know, decent or good bars, some good bars, but everything else was just filler, man. It was just filler. It was filler bars. Filler bars. Straight up. Yeah, it was definitely nursery rap. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Little Tay, man. I mean, all these people that he mentioned are irrelevant. Who talks about Little Tay? Who talks about Patrick Swayze? Who talks about Benzino? Nobody talks about those guys. You know, makes no sense. Yeah, so you know, like I said, I think the diss overall was just not up to standard compared to his other works, and it's trash in comparison to his other diss records that he had against the likes of Ja Rule, against the likes of Cannabis, against the likes of Everlast, right? He had way better diss records, and this one was just complete trash. Complete trash. Had just a few good lines in there, and everything else was just pretty okay or just filler. You know, filler bars. And again, I don't think he has the passion anymore. I don't think he has the same drive because it took this album, right? He made this album because his last album, Revival, was not critically acclaimed. It was the opposite. Everybody trashed his album. Nobody liked his album. So he was going back after everybody. And this basically brought out the vintage Eminem. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why he dropped Kamikaze, because he was getting back at people dissing his last album, Revival. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, overall, like I said, this was, in comparison to his other diss records, this was trash. And I'm holding it to Eminem standards. This was garbage. Straight up garbage. So yep. Yeah, like I said, hit that like button, family. And what else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, like I said, you know, the Eminem stands, they're going to continue to make sure that they protect their Cesare Borgia. So they're going to say that Eminem destroyed MGK and killed his career when that's not true at all. It's not true. Absolutely not true. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to, like I said, Joe Budden giving his take to see if he'll come out of retirement and reply back. We'll see what he has to say about that, since Eminem's still taking jabs at Joe Budden. You know, and we'll see from there. We'll see from there. But I think, and you know what I noticed also, right? I'm on the let me see if it comes up. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed though, but if you go to the KillShot video, right, on YouTube, the comment section is disabled. Like, you can't, I see there are comments there. It says over 227,000 comments, but I can't see them. And I looked on my phone. On my phone, I see the same thing, and on the computer. So that lets you know that the diss record is trash when he disabled the comments on his own damn video. Y'all notice that, right? Like, the comment section is disabled. Like, I can't comment on my phone. I can't comment on the computer. iPad, I can't do nothing. It's disabled. That lets you know, like, dude, you got the largest fan base and you're that sensitive. You release a diss record against MGK and you're that sensitive based off this diss record that you want to disable your comments. Like, dude, like, I never disable my comments on my videos. If I'm going at, you know, these white supremacists and these troglodyte devil bastards, you will never see me disable my comments. I welcome all comments. You know what I mean? Like, You know, unless they're, you know, unless they're threatening me, like really threatening me, like I would delete that comment. But you know, other than that, I don't disable comments or delete comments like that. So for a guy of his stature to disable comments off of this record, that lets you know what time it is. That lets you know, man. You know, that lets you know. So, but yeah, like I said, MGK got this round 1-0. And I think he will reply back with another diss record. I think he'll reply back again. I think he was waiting for this. So I think he'll have another diss record coming at Eminem. And it will be stupid for Eminem to reply back again. You just need to just do this one track, KillShot, and leave it be. Hopefully, we'll get a battle between Joe Budden and Eminem. That's what I'm really waiting for. Now, if, you know, let's just say that KillShot was just throwaway bars. That's what they sounded like to me. Most of the bars were throwaway filler lines. If he's saving those bars for Joe Budden, I'm not mad, because Joe Budden is a more formidable opponent, you know, and they have a lot of history together. They have more of a storyline. So I could see like multiple diss tracks between Joe Budden and Eminem going back and forth. I could see like it'll be classic, hopefully, but I could see them going back and forth multiple times if Joe Budden decides to come out of retirement, you know what I'm saying, and reply back. So I could see him going back multiple times. That would be dope. That would be dope. So I'm not mad if Eminem is holding back his bars and saving them for Joe Budden, like real good bars. I would not be mad. But for this track here, KillShot, it's trash. It's trash in comparison to his other works and his other diss records. It is. It's just garbage. You know, it's garbage. So yeah. So those are my thoughts on that, family. See what y'all say in the chat. Yeah, cave goblin crime scene. that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. So, all right, family. So those are my thoughts about that diss record. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Eminem is foolish enough to reply back again to MGK. MGK will reply back again, and if Eminem decides to reply back, he's going to be stupid because you're just giving this guy more exposure. So, I think everybody's waiting on Joe Budden to see what he got to say. Everybody's waiting on Joe Budden. So, all right. So anyway, family, appreciate y'all joining the live stream on a late Friday night. You know what I mean? Be on the lookout for more videos. Also, my Patreon is still coming soon. I got some things I got to take care of with that. So hopefully I'm going to try to get it done. And hopefully by the end of this week, if not early next week. So be on the lookout for exclusive content for Patreon. That's coming soon. All right, family. So appreciate y'all joining the chat. Much love and respect. You guys have a good night. All right. Chauncey, a.k.a. the Black Separatist, signing out.